What's going on, Axrora Alliance? Welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Battlefront Best Loadout related video. Well, it's not related because it is one of them videos. And recently we have had the addition of the Escape Artist trait to Star Wars Battlefront. And if you don't know what that is, you must be living in a cave because it is everywhere at the moment. But the description says you lived the good life in the Outer Rim, swiftly escaping with stolen riches before anyone was the wiser. And at level 1 with this trait, you get a small sprint speed bonus. And at level 2 you get a high sprint speed bonus. And at level 3 you get a high sprint speed bonus and melee strikes instantly kill. Which makes it an awesome loadout for anybody who likes to run around the maps really quickly without using the jump pack as one of their star cards. So a loadout with star cards, which I've found really useful with this trait, is to have the Bacta bomb obviously to refill your health if you are low on health, and it also gives you that extra 30 health points which need to be taken off you before you can actually start to lose any normal health. The pulse cannon in the larger game modes, because it's basically a long range weapon and it helps you get long range kills, long range snipes on stormtroopers, which are always awesome things to get. And I also use the scan pulse just in case anything does get sort of too close range on these larger game mode maps like Walker Assault maps, so I know where everyone is pretty much all of the time. Now I do not have a jump pack in this loadout because I don't feel it's really necessary at all with this trait. I mean, once you get it to level 2, you get the highest speed boost possible with this trait, which helps you get around the map really easily, and it helps you get into the face of enemies really quickly for you to be able to kill them, and it also helps you get to objectives a lot faster than anyone else who isn't using this trait, which gives your team the obvious advantage because you're there first. You can activate the uplinks, you can deactivate the uplinks, which will benefit your side a hell of a lot in Walker Assault and Supremacy, but also Droid Run, Cargo, Drop Zone, things like that, any game modes with objectives. But we're focusing on the larger game modes right now, which is why I am telling you to use the Pulse Cannon. The Pulse Cannon throughout Star Wars Battlefront has been absolutely brilliant. It does only have a 15-second cooldown, and if fully charged it does kill stormtroopers with one shot if they're not using the Bacta bomb and they don't have that extra 30 points of health. So what I like to do with this loadout is I like to sprint up to the objectives. I obviously activate the objectives or deactivate the objectives depending on which side I'm on. I kill off the enemies using the scan pulse, and I also activate the Bacta bomb to give me an extra boost of health so I stay alive a bit longer. I use my normal weapon combined with the Bacta bomb and scan pulse to kill any enemies close by, which helps me defend the objective whether I've activated it or deactivated it. Then once they've been killed off, I tend to have a few teammates around me by this point. I pull out the pulse cannon and I go for a few long range kills, and obviously that takes a while to refresh, so it gives you a chance, if you have the speed boost on the Escape Artist trait at level 2, it gives you a chance to get into a new position before your pulse cannon recharges, so you can activate the pulse cannon again and go for another long range kill, or use your scan pulse, Bacta bomb and normal weapon to be able to kill any enemies at close range. Now this probably isn't the best Star Wars Battlefront loadout, but it is the best which is working for me at the moment. It is the one I always use in the larger game modes, like I've said, Walker Assault and Supremacy, and Turning Point also. But if you feel like the scan pulse isn't necessary in these larger game modes, you can switch it out for the personal shield, which will keep you alive if you get overwhelmed, your Bacta bomb isn't refreshed, you're starting to lose health. If you activate your personal shield, you can get away really quickly if you have the speed boost at trait level 2 or trait level 3 even. And also with the personal shield active, if you have the trait at level 3, you can melee people with only one hit, which kills them instantly. So you will be able to run into a few people with your personal shield active, even if you're a bit low on health. Hit them once with the end of your gun and you will get the kills, which is going to help you stay alive and obviously help your team out by killing the enemy off certain objectives or even in just important areas of the map. And as you can see from this gameplay, this does actually work. It's not something I'm just making up off the top of my head. I've had a lot of good games with this loadout, and as always I use the A2 ADC because it is my favourite Star Wars Battlefront weapon for long and close ranges. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think about this loadout, and if you have sort of any adaptations of this loadout, let me know as well. Smash a like on this video if you have enjoyed it, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to join the Axrora Alliance and be kept up to date with all things Star Wars. Other than that, may the Force be with you.